Okay, so we've all been there, right? You've got this incredible, game-changing idea, a message you know is important. But when you go to share it, crickets. It just doesn't land. And man, that has to be one of the most frustrating feelings out there.
I mean, it feels exactly like this, doesn't it? Just shouting into the void. We're living in such a noisy world that even the most brilliant messages, they just get swallowed up by all the static. So the real question is, how do you actually cut through all of that? How do you make your message not just heard, but truly, deeply felt?
Well, here's the secret, and it's not what you think. It has nothing to do with being the loudest voice in the room. Nope. It's about creating a genuine, undeniable pull. The key isn't volume, you guys. It's connection. And that is exactly what we are going to break down right now, the art of strategic storytelling. All right, first things first. Every truly great story, it starts with a solid plan. You absolutely have to understand who you're talking to, and just as importantly, why you're talking to them. That's it. That's the bedrock, the foundation of connection. And look, knowing your audience, it goes so much deeper than just demographics like age and location. I mean, that's just scratching the surface. You have to really get inside their world. What keeps them up at night? What are their biggest challenges? What are the dreams they might not even say out loud? Your story has to speak directly to that. Okay, so once you understand them, it's time to look inward. A little self-reflection. What is your story? And I'm not talking about the slick elevator pitch. I mean the real, gritty reason you do what you do. Where did you come from? What do you stand for? What's your mission? That is the heart of your brand, and it's the anchor for every single story you're ever going to tell.
See, your story isn't really just about you. It's about how your mission intersects with their journey. Think of it like this. A great story is an emotional bridge. On one side, you have their challenges, their problems. On the other side, you have your solution. Your story is the bridge that connects the two, showing them that you genuinely get it and you're there to help.
All right, so we've got the foundation poured. Now let's get to the really fun part, crafting a narrative that doesn't just get heard, but actually resonates. And this right here, this is so crucial. We all know that facts tell, but emotions sell. I mean, think about it. People forget stats and data points almost instantly, but they will never forget how you made them feel. A story that makes someone laugh or feel seen or gets them fired up and inspired, that's a story that sticks. That emotional connection, it's everything when it comes to building a loyal audience. You've probably heard of the hero's journey, right? It's this timeless storytelling framework you see in everything from ancient myths to, Star Wars. Well, guess what? It's the perfect framework for your brand, too. Here's how it works. Your customer, they're the hero of the story. They're facing a big challenge. And your brand, you're the wise guide who helps them succeed. Okay, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. In your brand story, you are not the hero. Your customer is Luke Skywalker. You are Yoda. You're the guide, the one who gives them the tools, the insights, the confidence they need to face down their own personal Death Star. It's their story. You're just a pivotal character in it. Okay, so you've done the work. You've crafted this amazing, resonant story. But now what? Now you've got to get it out there, because a brilliant story that nobody hears, well, it doesn't do much good, does it? So let's talk about how to take that narrative off the page and turn it into a living, breathing, totally immersive experience. Let's be real. In today's world, people have a built-in BS detector. They can spot a fake a mile away. That means being authentic and transparent isn't just a nice to have, it's your superpower. You have to be real, be human. And when you combine that honesty with stunning visuals and a consistent voice everywhere you show up, that's when you start building that deep, unshakable trust. That's how you turn a casual follower into a die-hard fan. So, how do you make your story truly unforgettable? One of the most powerful ways is through something called experiential marketing. Instead of just telling your story, you let people live it. I mean, think about something like Red Bull's Wild events. They're not just selling an energy drink, are they? They're creating these insane, memorable moments where the audience gets to actually feel the brand's story of adventure and pushing the limits. And this can take so many cool forms. I mean, just imagine a pop-up event that literally transports you into the world of your brand. Or what about an interactive installation that lets people physically play with your story? You can even use amazing tech like AR and VR to create experiences that are just completely mind-blowing. The possibilities are endless.
Now, here's a pro tip. When you're designing these experiences, you have to think, what's going to make someone immediately pull out their phone to take a picture or a video? You need to create those wow moments, something visually striking, something surprising, because when people share that experience, that user-generated content becomes the most authentic, powerful endorsement you could ever ask for, massively extending your story's reach.
Okay, let's start to bring this all home. The main thing to remember is that your story isn't a one-and-done thing. It's not static. It's a living, breathing conversation that's always evolving. And after you've built this amazing connection, you can't just leave them hanging. Every great story needs a point. It needs a clear, simple call to action. What's the next step? Do you want them to sign up, to learn more, to share the story with a friend? It has to be the natural, obvious conclusion to the journey you've just taken them on together. And really, it's all a cycle, a loop. You craft your narrative, you share it with the world, and then, and this is key, you listen. You pay attention to how people react. And based on that feedback, you tweak, you refine, you evolve the story. It's this beautiful, continuous cycle of connection and growth. Look, the world is definitely a noisy place. We've established that. But you know what? It's also full of people who are absolutely starving for connection. They're searching for meaning, for a story they can actually believe in. And you have that story to tell. Your audience is out there right now waiting to hear it. So the only real question left is, what are you waiting for?